Right from the start, unlawful carrying of a weapon at just 18, the judge lays it out clearly. Up to a year in jail and a $4,000 fine. That's not just procedure, it's a wake-up call. Should judges hit young defendants harder to teach a lesson, or show leniency because of their...
You are Christopher Flores. Mr. Flores, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On December 29th, 2024, an officer initiated a traffic stop after observing a vehicle change lanes 2 separate times while failing to signal. The vehicle was speeding 58 miles per hour in a 30-mile-per-hour zone and passing another.
And there it is, the AR-15 magazine spotted in plain sight. Once that detail hit the officer's radar, this traffic stop instantly escalated into a weapons case. That single moment sealed Flores' fate in court today.
Vehicle in a no passing zone. The officer made contact with the driver, the defendant, and the rear made contact with the driver and the defendant, who is the rear driver's side passenger. Upon contact, the officer observed in plain view the magazine portion of an AR-15 sticking out from underneath the driver's side seat in the back passenger area. The driver denied having any weapons in the vehicle. The officer...
This is the turning point, probable cause. The judge officially rules the case will move forward. Without it, Flores would be walking free. Instead, he's locked into the system, with bond conditions so strict that even a slip-up could land him right back in jail.
Walked back to his patrol vehicle to write a traffic citation for the drive to the defendant in the back seat. The officer asked the driver again whether he had any firearms, and he stated he had 2 inside of a bag in the vehicle. The defendant stated that the guns were his and told the officer where the bag was. The officer located a bag containing 3 guns in the seat next to where the defendant was sitting. 1 AR-15 pistol lacking a serial number and 2 Glocks.
Mr. Flores, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of any weapons. Do you understand? If you violate this condition, I'm going to revoke your bond. I'll put you in jail. No more PR bonds for you. How old are you, sir?
18, sir.
You're 18 years old. What do you do for a living?
I used to work. Right now, I go to school.
Where do you go to school?
Am I going to school, you said?
Where do you go to school?
MacArthur High School, sir.
Okay. I'm going to appoint you a lawyer today, Mr. Flores, but no smoking weed, no possession of weapons. I'm telling you now, I'm going to be all over it. So if I find that you're violating any of these conditions, there's only one place you're going to go. You'll be doing school with me and back. Do you understand? All right. I need you to fill out an application for me. Or hold on a second. I've got one. I already got one. So what we'll do now is I'm going to have you sign a reset with Victoria. I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box while we have you meet with a lawyer and meet with Fleischer for your bond conditions, and then we'll get you here shortly. Come on.
Right this way. Judge Randon Ewings.
Please.
Go ahead and sign it, Lisa. Judge, I'm Mackenzie Watson. I'm the new
So
prosecutor.
is it Kenzie?
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie. All right. So Mackenzie, so on stuff where people are going to be monitored
Right.
for drugs, alcohol, we'll have Felicia do the bond conditions with pre-trial. For stuff where they're not going to be monitored, so for like on like if we had someone else, just no weapons, I'm going to ask you to file. Okay. So, you said your last name was what?
Watson.
Watson. Give me a second. Alex, are there any co-defendants in this case with Flores?
Let me check, Your Honor.
And then what time of day or night was this as well? Is he out in the middle of the night?
So it was looks like so it was at 10 p.m. So it was at night, Your Honor. And then there are no co-defendants on this case.
Juvenile history?
No, Your Honor.
I think we're good then. All right.
All right, Judge, next is page 14. Sophia.
Good morning, Ms. Lepson. Ma'am, you were charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. On December 28th, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a target in regard to a theft in progress. The officer made contact with the complainant, the loss prevention officer, who stated the defendant entered the store, grabbed some Advil, went to the beauty department, put 2 lip glosses on top of the cart, made her way to a different aisle, picked out 5 air wicks, placed 4 of those air wicks in her purse, and grabbed 7 candles. The loss prevention officer further stated the defendant placed a bag over the candles to conceal them, went to grab eggs and hangers, and the complainant only paid for the eggs and hangers and the Advil at self-checkout. And the complainant observed the defendant pass points of sale without purchasing the other items concealed. The total was $188.83.
Got it. All right, ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to go to any target. If you violate this condition, I'm going to revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand? What do you do for a living, ma'am? What kind of money do you make a month? Do you have any children? No. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, ma'am? I'll have you fill out an application. I'll take a look to see whether you qualify. I need to know everything about you. I mean, you have to meet the federal poverty guideline to be given a court-appointed lawyer. So I need to know everything about you, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, how much money you have in the bank, stuff of this nature, and then I'll take a look whether you qualify. All right? Please.
All right, Judge, next is page 20. Segundo. Come on up.
Thank you, Stephen. Hi. Are you with Mr. Segundo? And you filed an attorney of record?
His attorney of record is Nicholas Hale. It should
Okay.
be filed today, and I'm going to bring this up next because he's with
Got it. Okay. Morning, Mr. Segundo. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On December 30th, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a possible DWI at North Sam Houston Tollway in Harris County, Texas. The officer made contact with a witness who stated he observed the defendant's motor vehicle fail to drive in a single lane, driving on the improved shoulder and striking the right barrier wall. The officer observed the defendant's motor vehicle change from lanes 2 to 3 without a signaled the lane change from 3 to 2, and then failed to signal a lane change when going back from 3 to 2. The traffic stop was then initiated and the defendant's motor vehicle pulled over at a high rate of speed, nearly striking the barrier wall. The officer made contact with the defendant, the driver of the vehicle, and the officer observed a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, an unstable gait as the defendant walked, and red glassy eyes. The defendant stated he was driving home from being at a party. He had consumed 3 Bud Light beers and 2 vodka mixed drinks 2 hours prior to the traffic stop. The officer administered standard field sobriety tests, HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 4 out of 8, 1 leg stand 2 out of 4. The defendant read the DIC and refused to provide a sample. A blood search warrant was signed and executed.
Just a second, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, I'm going to revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand, sir? Any prior DWIs?
No, Your Honor. And license eligible.
Okay, as long as you have a valid Texas driver license and a liability insurance, you can continue to drive. Just be careful. It may become suspended. If it does, you can't drive. You've got a lawyer. Because you do, I'll waive your appearance, but you got to stay in touch with them. They'll tell you when you have to come back to court. If they tell me they can't get a hold of you, I will revoke the bond. So just stay in contact. Don't pick up any new cases and don't use. Questions? All right, man. Good luck. Thank you.
I didn't see what Judge, that was the last one.
Great.
Could you probably
Do we have any THAs?
Yes, Judge. Ready for those?
Yeah,
All
come
right, first one is page 1. Ayala, come on up. Go ahead and sign.
Do you need me?
Yes,
Okay.
Right.
Let me just talk to him and then I'll bring it in. Come up, Mr. Ayala. Good morning, sir. Do you have a lawyer today? What are you doing about that?
Can't afford a lawyer.
Did you even look for a lawyer?
Yeah, I talked to somebody and I was trying to like come up with the money.
How many lawyers did you talk to?
Like 3 of them.
That may not be enough. Sometimes you got to look 10, 15. You know, what do you do for a living?
Paper.
How much money do you make a month, did you say? How much?
500 a week.
I'll have you fill out an application. Let me take a look at how much money you make and then I'll see whether you qualify. But I'm telling you now, you got to meet the federal poverty guideline. And I don't know if you do. So I need to know everything about you. Be honest because it's an affidavit that you're filling out.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you mind giving an affidavit? It should be right there, please.
All right, Judge, next is page.
Oh, hold on, Vic. Let me just talk to him real quick. Yeah, of course. Come on. Good morning, sir.
Your Honor.
Hi.
Your Honor, I have Israel Barrena Vasquez.
Okay.
He's a DWI judge. I have applied for the PTI and submitted a mitigation package, Judge. He took the TRAS, Judge, and it's come back. And he's already paid the
Restitution.
DWI fee. He hadn't paid the restitution because he thought that's what that was. So if I can get him to pay that, and then he'll reconsider the PTI at that point. Judge.
So it's old. It's 191 days old. I mean, a week. Can you pay it within a week?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll set you off a week, assuming he's got it paid. We'll come back and then, I mean, it's still on hold, right?
Still on hold. They're still not yet approved, but there's no sign that they've rejected it. So they're still looking at it.
No. The program in general. Like, weren't you guys gonna have a meeting?
Well,
Right?
they've enabled PTIs again, and as of now, currently our deputy chief is evaluating them. So they're currently evaluating for PTIs now. It's back going again. So.
Okay. Vic, did you hear that?
No.
PTIs are rolling, they're back.
Oh, what?
Top of page 2. So he still has to pay the restitution before. He's not paid the restitution yet, so I was gonna give him a week to pay. Okay, so we'll give you a week.
Yes, sir.
Because
I
that-
have an offer if he doesn't get it done, so we'll get off your doctor, Judge.
Sure, okay, I got you.
Yes. Yes.
Judge, are you ready for the next CHA?
Yes.
All right, it's gonna be page 12. Johnson, come on up.
Good morning, Ms. Johnson. Do you have a lawyer today? Tell me what you're doing about that. You need a lawyer, 100%. You may have had one for magistration, meaning when you first were arrested, but that doesn't carry with you to the end. What do you do for a living, man? What kind of money you make a month? Or let's do this. I'll have you fill out an application. I'll see whether you qualify. I need to know everything about you, how much money you have coming in, how much money you have going out, how many kids you have, and then I'll see whether you qualify. Okay? All right, do you mind? All right.
All right, Judge, next is page 13, Jones, come on up. Go ahead and sign.
Good morning, Mr. Jones. Do you have a lawyer today? Tell me what you're doing about that. What are you doing about that?
Trying to find one.
How old are you?
17.
You're 17.
Yes, sir.
Tell me what you're doing with yourself these days, Mr. Jones.
I'm trying to get a job.
Did you graduate from high school? Oh, this is no good. We're going to work on that. I'm going to give you a lawyer today, Mr. Jones. And I'm now sending you for a drug test. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system, and you're to come back. If you fail to take the test, if you fail to come back, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. This is no good. You're not working. You're not going to school. You're 17. This is not a good way to start life, man. So I'm sending him for a test now, and then we'll have him come back, and then I'll give him a lawyer. All right, take a seat for me.
Judge, the state would request that we call Miss Johnson back up to amend bond conditions due to a recall that we've done.
Sure. Come up, ma'am. So let's start. I don't remember anything about the case. So if you don't mind me reading what happened, please.
So,
Oh,
you wanna?
Oh, so for this case, the officer was dispatched to a disturbance in Harris County, Texas, where the complainant and the witness stated the defendant had been texting and posting on Instagram about wanting to fight the complainant. The complainant and the defendant were inside an apartment when the fight began. The witness stated she observed the defendant to have a small, sharp blade in between her knuckles when hitting the complainant. The defendant punched the complainant in the face, causing lacerations and pain, and the defendant told officers that the complainant believed that the defendant was with the complainant's ex-boyfriend, which is what started the fight.
Fight, and there's a blade, and we just.
We are going to get this case re-indicted most likely because she was also pregnant at the time.
Yes, Judge.
And,
Okay, what do you want?
I'm just requesting that for the time being, the bond conditions be amended to no contact with her mother, Crystal Williams, due to the complainant notifying me that she has been going near the mother's residence and also threatening her mother.
Who's the complaining witness in this case?
The
Because
complainant is Demiracle Williams, Judge.
okay, and does she live with mom?
She does not live with mom. They live at different residences.
Because I really don't know if I can, you know what I mean?
I understand.
So have her call the cops
Okay.
if she's in fear, you know, if she has anything of this nature, but I can't, on the complaining witness, okay, but on just an average other person, I don't think I can, you know?
Understood.
But like I said, if she's ever in fear, if she has any issues, tell her to call, 911, call the cops, and then they can take it further from there.
Thank you, Judge.
Be careful. I'm going to protect my community at all costs, Ms. Johnson. Do you understand? All costs. Take a seat for me. What conditions do we have now? Just no contact with the complaining witness?
So as of now, we have.
No contact, no firearms, Judge.
Morning, Mr. Blunt. Good morning. We finally got you. You could run. We're gonna get you at some point. It's the long arm of the law, as they say, you know? Shh. What you need to understand, though, is that from now on, you and I will probably not be dealing with each other if this continues. You're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You're also charged with assault of a family member. Both of those carry enhancement penalties, meaning that you're now will be facing on this assault. There's an affirmative finding of family violence, meaning that you can never own a gun or ammunition as a result of this. The other thing is that you can never pick up a case like this again. You do? Even so much as grabbing someone's arm and just squeezing to, even if it hurts, you're now looking at a third-degree felony, a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. And if you've been to prison before, if you've got a third degree on your record, they can enhance that to a second degree. They can make it maybe to a 15 to life case. You got 2 pen trips, you could be looking at a 25 to life case. You pick up a serious felony. The thing that you have failed to understand yet is that perception is reality. And when you get in trouble, you got to understand, it's always going to, you understand. You give up a lot of rights by entering into these agreements today. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, you're possible immigration consequence. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty, you can never take this off. The other thing that you also need to understand is that you're pleading guilty to this DWI second, a third DWI. You're looking at a felony DWI, and then it's 2 to 10 in the penitentiary, another third degree. You get into a car, you get pulled over. What do you think an officer's going to do? You think they're going to give you a hard time? Probably. So don't give them the ammunition to give you another headache. How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated, second offense? How about the assault of a family member? You understand that there's affirmative finding. So another one of these, no matter how trivial it may be, you're looking at up to 10 years, huh? All right, I'll find you guilty on both cases. I'm going to follow the agreement. It's 7 days in jail on one or on both cases. It will give you credit for the time that you've done. I am going to suspend your license for a year on the DWI. Don't drive until you get a license. You will perpetually go back to jail until you get everything straightened out with regard to driving. If you don't have the registration, you don't have a license. Eternally right back and forth, back and forth. Do you understand? It's not easy to do things the right way, and you get rewarded when you do. Good luck. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Harold.
Judge, on the second case, they said I was going to get pointed, but I guess you have to sign.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll attach you.
It came on email, just saying.
So, yeah, we'll attach you. Don't worry. Yeah. Okay. Thanks so much, Harold.
On the video second, did you want to waive the court costs?
Yeah, he's in custody.
So
Yeah.
What's the amount for the state court?
6,000,
And you want
and then whatever the court costs are.
to waive it all?
Mhm.
Okay. Sophie Webster?
Thanks for coming, Harold. All right, just make sure you get the affirmative finding in there.
You have to sign this off. And then once you sign up for us.
Oh, perfect.
No, sorry.
Certain number of trials under your belt? Charge of.
Madeline, Arizona. The resource
Got
officer.
it, okay. Mr. Brooker,
Madam First Judge,
hi, how are you?
doing great. How about yourself? So Judge, Tristan Smith is back on the docket. He was unable to make bond over the weekend. Some issues with co-signers or whatever. Nevertheless, he's in custody. He immediately asked me about a time served. I told him I didn't like that for him.
I'm not doing it.
Well, that's why I wanted to talk to you, because I figured.
The last thing I'm gonna do is we're gonna ruin his life by just racking up convictions and just doing it to get out. I'm with you, and we won't do it. So.
Then I would say we probably, if we could, set the matter for trial, because otherwise I don't see him getting out based on what he shared with me and the one person I did talk to.
Mr. Brooker, I'm not gonna just hold him indefinitely, you know?
No, I know, Judge, I know, but he had a test today and it's like messed up. And so I'm trying to do what I can to get things moving, because otherwise he's not gonna get out. I mean, he's just gonna sit there. Apparently they have the money. It's like $380, but they don't have a cosigner. He doesn't have any adults here that's going to vouch for him. So I'm talking to children about his case, like some 19-year-old in another state is really.
Hey, Stephen, do you mind bringing out Mr. Smith, please?